Hey, good morning, church family. I hope you're doing well. This morning, I want to share with you a short video that will really be a series of videos. Just the other day, our governor has talked about transitioning our state back into somewhat of normalcy. There are still a lot of uncertainties as to what this is going to look like and what will life as normal look like in the future. But I want to give you a verse that I feel like God gave me the other day to really have us begin to think about and to really dwell on as we prepare to go back to life as normal, even though it's going to be some time. Let's take this time of transitioning and let's really seek what the Lord has for our future. Isaiah 32:8 says this, "But he who is noble plans noble things, and on noble things he stands." And I want you to think about that term noble. I pushed out a little post on Facebook and email the other day in reference to that word noble. I don't hear that word used a whole lot anymore. I had memorized some verses in Philippians a number of years ago that says, whatsoever things are noble, whatsoever things are just, trustworthy, all of that. In Philippians 4, and I looked at my translation, and that word noble no longer exists in that translation. It's just a word that we're not using very often anymore, but here are some definitions that I found for noble. Definitions that say having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideals. Another definition said having or showing personal qualities that people admire, qualities such as honesty, generosity, courage, etc. And so when we think about noble and we think about this verse, Isaiah 32:8, "But he who is noble plans noble things, and on noble things he stands." I want you first to focus on how this verse says, "But he who is noble plans." He who is noble plans. Are you planning for the days to come? You know, James tells us that none of us are guaranteed tomorrow, that life is like a vapor, here today, gone tomorrow. And the plans that we plan should always say something like this: if the Lord wills. And so as we go into this time of transitioning, if the Lord wills, I plan this or that in my life, in the life of my family. You know, many of us found ourselves even running ragged because of the lack of planning that we really did, the lack of saying no, the unwillingness to make our plans on noble things. We allowed everything else in the world to make our plans for us. So I challenge you in the days to come, really begin to seek God and ask God to help you plan according to His will what life will look like for you, not only in the next few days and the next few weeks, but in these months ahead and even years ahead. Will you plan according to God's will what your life will look like? But he who is noble plans noble things, and on noble things he stands. Spend some time dwelling on the aspect of being one who is noble and who makes plans according to God's will. We'll look at this verse further in the days to come. God bless you.